Okay, so Black Swan. I felt like it wasn't worth ignoring this, although I'm not really overall a major fan of the film or of Aronofsky in general either. I've said some vaguely nasty things about Aronofsky on this channel before. I may or may not take some of it back, but I still find his films mostly arrogant and petulantly self celebratory. And yes, I've also championed 1998's Pie before, and will always do so, happily. That isn't to say there's no FOTD on Pie, but I have. There has been a video or two I've said very nice things about Pie, so just to clarify the perspective, potential contradiction there. I think I just really do not like Requiem, such a putrid display of pomposity. I can maybe appreciate the fountain visually at this stage, though I rather dismiss the narrow narrative audacity. Wrestler was a bit predictably dull. Black Swan, we'll get to that in a moment. Noah, hell, we just like Noah, why bloody not? And the next two are probably just mistakes in general, really. So Black Swan, it is so scaffolded, it exists in movie genre land. It doesn't even feel like a film set in a tangible location, although it is clearly literally New York City. It doesn't have a geographic character. It is maybe demonstrative of the New Yorker's tendency to think that New York is simply the world, it isn't just a unique part of it, but the beige standard world, which needs no glamorous explanation. Maybe they argue it is how the character protagonist perceives their surroundings, but I don't want vapid New York elitism in these highly acclaimed films. You could at least depict it as a place and not your been there, done that hangout. No one really cares. It is really just perfect blue, as Hunger Games was just Battle Royale. Aronofsky probably saw it and didn't tell anyone until they called him out about it. It's a bit of the whole going mad, hacky, psychological thriller model. Think that very overrated picture, The Machinist, and I wish Bale had suffered for a much superior production. Don't we all agree? However, Black Swan might be a superior Machinist. Derivative, highly predictable man or woman goes mad, psychological thriller. What is real, what is not? Ooh, that was interesting. That bit of recognizable scaffold that iron critics seem to like, owing to the aesthetic precision of the cinematographic touches of Black Swan. Yet the more glaring problems with Black Swan in some respects, and why the film hasn't really had a long term impact in the popular English language cultural landscape, is because it is such a superficial soap opera, male oriented take on female pathologies. Never mind that the Mila Kunis love scene reeks of edginess and porno adjacent titillation, entirely a male's creation, pandering to male interests. Not to be too crass, but I would know. I was an adolescent when this film came out. Boys my age knew of the scene without having seen the film. The scene was on certain sites. What else is there to say there? Black Swan hardly feels like the kind of film a woman would make and has probably negatively influenced female directed psycho thrillers going forward because some people are just uninspired and apparently silly. Take Jennifer Kent's quite horrendous title, The Babadook. Though, in a technical respect, I admire the work of the composers without truly adoring it either. Oh well, it wasn't worth ignoring. Here's another subpar upload.